All right, guys. I just wanted to do a quick video for you studio art kids that are working on the caricature projects. Some of you guys are not clear on what a caricature is. Simply, what it is, if I was going to describe it simply, is that you're going to basically choose a photo of a famous person, and you're going to take features, facial features of that famous person that are prominent or really stick out more than any other feature on their face, something that makes them completely unique, and then you're going to over exaggerate that facial feature on them. And that essentially is what a caricature is, okay? That includes head shape, nose shape, eye shape, um, jewelry that they have and that they wear constantly. Could be piercings, could be eyebrow shape, could be hairstyle, anything that makes them unique and stands out, makes them unique as a person. You're going to over exaggerate that. So if I was doing Bob Ross, I would obviously do his afro, okay, right? And then some other features of his. He's got some pretty bushy eyebrows. I'd make his eyebrows really bushy, okay, stuff like that. That is how you do a caricature, okay? Simple as that. If I was going to explain it any other way, that is how you do it, okay? And this bugs the I hate that it's a little crooked, guys. It just drives me nuts. Okay. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to do a quick sketch. Today I'm going to do, I've got an image pulled up on my computer. You can't quite see it. It's over there. Okay. But on my computer, I've got an image pulled up of the famous person I'm going to do. And lately, this guy's been pretty famous. He's on Netflix. He's got a series on Netflix. He's in jail right now, but everyone's watching his show, it seems like, and that's Lion King. There's not the Lion King, Tiger King, Joe Exotic. So I've got his mugshot basically pulled up here, and so I'm gonna try and do a caricature of Joe Exotic, the Tiger King. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, first off, let's get his head shape. So I'm going to do the top of his head. He's got a mullet in this. So I like to break things down in shapes, guys. So I'll just sort of build his face and using shapes, okay? This is kind of how I like to do it. And it's real rough. He's got kind of big ears. Maybe we'll make those a little bigger. He's got pretty big ears. Okay, and then this is his brow. And he's got eyebrows here. His eyebrows are funky. They are big, or they're not big, but they're very slanted. They're very slanted. So I'll go over exaggerate those a bit. He's got an interesting hairdo, so we're gonna over exaggerate his hair because he's got a crazy mullet, and so we're gonna over exaggerate his mullet a little bit. And I'm just using basic shapes, guys. That's all I'm doing. Whenever you build someone's face, you want to kind of use basic shapes, and then from there you can sort of do little details here and there. Okay, so his nose, it's not overly unique, it's pretty basic. He's kind of got, what's funny is he's kind of got a girl nose because his nostrils are kind of turned up. He's got a little bit of a piggy nose going. His nostrils are turned up a bit. Usually girls have sort of turned up noses. His nose is kind of like that. Okay, and then we're going to build his eye. Just a rough shape. One eye looks like it's slightly more open than the other. I've noticed some people have that. Okay, remember, this is rough. This is just rough right now. We're sort of getting the shapes that we want. Okay. And remember, we're over exaggerating, guys. So we're going to over exaggerate. Okay. We're going to really over exaggerate. chin. He's got his neck. Okay. Okay, so if you can see that, that's just a rough sort of sketch. I'll turn it this way so you can kind of see. It's a really rough sketch of a caricature of the Tiger King. Okay, but you kind of see what I'm getting at, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to over-exaggerate some spots. Really over-exaggerate. I'm going to push it, okay? These guys, the thing with these is that they're not meant to be realistic. They're not. They're a caricature. They're not meant to be realistic, okay? They shouldn't look realistic. If they look realistic, you're doing it wrong, okay? So push the really cartoony, over-exaggerated aspects of these guys, okay, of your famous person, okay? And it's kind of sad that this guy's famous, but he is. So, okay, but he's famous for all the wrong reasons, okay? But you want to really push those aspects to a cartoony level. They should not look realistic at all. These drawings should not look realistic. They're going to be fun and cartoony. And that's the idea, guys. Fun and cartoony. That's it. It just makes, when they're fun and cartoony, there's not so much pressure on, oh my gosh, it has to look right, right? As doing something that's completely photorealistic. Yeah, we're not doing that, okay? We're going to do fun, cartoony like stuff, okay? And he's got this wild hairdo, man. We're really going to push it up. We're going to get him. He doesn't really have sideburns, but I'm going to push him into sideburns and really make him obnoxious. Okay. He's got earrings too, like big ones. So I kind of have to put earrings on him. He's got big old chunky ones. So we're just kind of put those in too on his ear. Okay. I'll start building his eyebrows here. Like I said, he's got these weird, like evil henchman eyebrows, which are weird, but that's how they are. At least in this picture. And he's kind of wrinkled, so we're going to add wrinkles. And he's pretty wrinkled. He's been out in the sun a lot, playing with tigers. Hopefully you guys can see. Word of advice when you're doing eyes, guys, you always want to leave a reflection in the eye, and you want to make sure that this iris, yes, the iris and the pupil part are touching the top lid. Okay. And preferably the bottom lid too. Mine's not, but that's okay. I can fix that. Because then they look more realistic. If you do it the opposite way and you've got the iris and the pupil floating in the middle of the eye, they look psycho. They look like they're crazy. It just doesn't look right. So you just got to be careful when you're doing that, guys, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? I hope that the focus on this was better, the focus on my camera, but I think you can kind of get the idea how this is working, okay? And you guys that are studio guys, you should be pretty good at Draw on what you see. Okay, so just draw what you see. Use that artistic eye that you guys have. Some of you guys will say, well, I don't have that. Yeah, you do. Okay, and if you don't have it, then you're in the wrong class. Sorry, but you are. Okay, and we need to basically drop you out of that class ASAP because you shouldn't be in there. Okay, this part is a little thick, and then this part comes down. Remember, I'm kind of over exaggerating a bit. Okay, his mouth kind of goes like this, and then we're gonna put his bottom lip, and I'm gonna over exaggerate his bottom lip a bit. Okay, and actually, if I look at his chin doesn't point down so much. It's a bit flatter. So I need to flatten that out a little bit. Okay. Okay. He's got another couple wrinkles here. Remember, this is a rough sketch, guys. Okay, if I was doing this for real, I'd spend a lot more time on this. And I'd really go into all the detail stuff and make it look funny, a little bit more funny, because this is a funny character of a person. And so you kind of want to reflect that in his caricature that you're doing of him. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do his other eye. Remember, his one of his eyes was actually kind of bigger than the other, and sometimes you'll notice that when you do portraits and caricatures of people, that one eye is kind of bigger than the other. I notice that a lot. Okay, and then from this point, once you get your kind of over exaggerated idea of your caricature, I want you to shade him in, or her in, or whoever it is, and make it look cool. Add some color to it too, why not? Go crazy with it. Go crazy. Caricatures are fun, guys. They are. Okay. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. Let me show you. It's my crazy caricature of Joe Exotic. Okay. He looks a little evil, but he doesn't look very happy in this mugshot I have, so it represents it. And his aspects of him are over exaggerated. Okay, I kind of over exaggerated his nose. I kind of over exaggerated his ears. I kind of did stuff like that. His hair, the top of his head, is a little bit more over exaggerated with his mullet. Okay. And essentially, that's it. Now, if I was going to keep going, I'd go in and shade all this in, and I'd spend another couple hours tweaking it, making it look more and more shaded in and stuff like that, just to kind of add a little bit more realism to it. But that's kind of what I like to do with my caricatures. And if I was you guys, I'd kind of do something similar. You know, you want to sort of, yeah, it's an over exaggeration, but you also kind of want to add some shadowing to it, some color and some depth to it, make it look interesting. And that's what I would do if I was you guys. And this part's like shaded in because this is his weird colored mullet that's brown on the bottom and blonde on the top. And like I said, guys, don't judge me, okay? This is really rough. I'm just sort of doing this real quickly so you guys have an idea, okay, of how, just kind of how to do it. Over exaggerate, have fun with their features of whoever it is. What I would suggest is, guys, don't pick someone that is classically handsome or good looking. Don't pick a Brad Pitt, okay? Brad Pitt, I guess he has unique facial features to him for the most part, but for the most part, a little bit of facial features that make him unique, but I would say for the most part, he's pretty classically handsome. And classically handsome or beautiful people, they don't make good caricatures for the most part. And they're not really fun to draw, because what it comes out looking like is just some person that's good looking. I mean, that's kind of how they are. You know, some people will debate with me and say that's not necessarily true, but I think it is. I don't like doing classically beautiful people. I don't think they're as fun. Pick people that are ugly or unique looking and do caricatures of them. They're more fun. They are. Do you see that there? Okay, I'm just sort of, that's the idea, guys, is you're just going to do funny little caricatures of wherever you pick, okay? My ugly guy or my unique caricature was Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, okay? Have fun with it, guys. I want you to do 3 different ones, and I want you to do them from a photo. Don't do them from a drawing of another caricature, okay? Do them from a photo. Remember, we're not copying other artists' work. We're doing our own work, okay? Have fun with it. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. All right, hope you guys have fun. Remember, if you have any questions, contact me on Google. All right, take care. Adios.